Hello again. This is the continuation of my story. I grew up in a gospel hall after I gave my life to the Lord. And that was part of the Open Brethren Assembly. I didn't know it was part of the Open Brethren Assembly. I'd never heard of them. But they had a certain structure. And after a few years, I began to realise that they considered theirs was the most biblical and basically the best. And for some people, it seemed to be the only. So there was quite a bit of judgment around me as I was growing up. I learnt a lot of good things there. I learnt to keep a short account with God, to keep reading his word, to keep saying prayers, to be confessing and being forgiven again and again. But there was this sense of judgment, and it seemed to be higher and more important than love. In the letter that Paul wrote to the Corinthians, he addresses a problem that they seem to be having with dress and hair and probably behaviour. And he suggests that it might be a good idea if the women covered their hair. Maybe there was a bit of a fashion show going on. People getting the mirrors out and having a reset. There's also in that letter to the Corinthians the most wonderful chapter about love, unconditional love. And it's unfortunate that I came away from there with quite a few good things, but with hats being more important than love. I was also considered to be a bit of a rebel. And one of the reasons for that was because I tended to say things and ask questions that people didn't always have an answer for. Possibly because they didn't know the answer, or possibly because there isn't a known answer. And most likely because some of those things will only be answered in eternity. A bit like Paul saying at the end of that letter about unconditional love, the chapter about unconditional love. He says, right now we see through a glass darkly, but then all will be revealed. Hope to see you again tomorrow.
Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine, heir of salvation, purchase of God, born of his Spirit, washed in his blood. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior